Hello there, and welcome to the tutorial for Rolodex. Wait a second, this just in, it's actually pronounced Rolodex? Well then, scrap it. Oh, come on. Scrap the tutorial. But actually guys, Card Bandit here, and welcome to the tutorial for Rolodex. Let's be honest, how many of you might have misread the name and thought it said Rolex? Maybe one or two of you, or none, and it's just me who misread it when I first started learning the flourish. In any rate guys, this flourish was created by Cactus Boy, and I will leave a link in the description box below to the original tutorial. This was a flourish that I learned when I was first developing cardistry, so probably about a year into cardistry, or maybe like 8 months, or maybe even less than that, when I first started learning this move. It's a really fun move to do, and you get a nice little display in there as well, and I wanted to help you guys learn it. So go check out the original tutorial, check out this tutorial, and hopefully you guys can learn the flourish. Thanks, and let's get into it. Before we get into Rolodex, you need to know a couple things, aka prerequisites, or things that I'm too lazy to teach because they've already been done. First off, you have to know how to get into a Sybil cut, or at least the starter for the Sybil cut. The next thing you have to know is how to do a card clip. So that's where your middle finger and your pinky finger are on top of a card, or curled on top, and your ring finger's underneath, and you're able to extend that packet back and forth. And you have to be comfortable with that position in both hands. Getting comfortable with that sort of position in both hands is critical for the success of Rolodex. So once you're comfortable and know all those, let's get into the actual tutorial. Once you've actually gone and learned those prerequisites and you know them down pat, let's get into how to do Rolodex. Now, you're first going to start off with getting into that Sybil cut position. So if you skip through the prerequisites and you didn't pay attention and don't know them, this is where they come in handy, right now. So you're going to start in a mechanics grip or a straddle grip. I prefer a straddle grip because it's more comfortable for me and it's more secure when I'm doing part of this flourish. But the original tutorial was done in a mechanics grip starter, so if you want to do that, that also works perfectly fine. You're going to get into that Sybil cut position, so you're going to break off at the back with your thumb, break off at the front using those two index fingers, and you're going to break off again using that middle finger to get into that Sybil cut position. Once you're in this position, the thumb of the deckhand comes beside the other thumb, and you're going to pull down and break off another packet from that lower packet there. Once you've broken off that packet, you're going to extend your thumb to the side to get that packet to splay out, almost like you would for a scissor cut. The overhead hand then rotates over, and the packet that's held by the middle finger there, that packet gets transferred over to your thumb of the deck hand. From this position, I want you to not get distracted by the fact that I changed the color of the deck. Or did I? From this point, what you're going to be doing is actually reaching up with the pinky finger and gripping the packet that's held by the two thumbs. So the pinky of the deck hand reaches up and grips the packet right beside the thumb of the overhead hand. From here, you're going to extend your right hand outward to get those packets to clear, and then you're going to bring that packet back over top. So you extend out, come back, and you're ready to grip this packet in a clipped position. To clip that packet, you're going to curl in your ring finger underneath this card here, this packet there. So you curl underneath that packet so that the back of the ring finger is on top. Then you curl your middle finger and your pinky finger underneath that card, and then you drag it out and extend it. Just from the front, here's what it looks like. Your curl underneath that packet. Your middle finger and your pinky finger curl underneath as well. You drag that packet out and extend those fingers. From this position, you're going to actually rotate that thumb pinky held packet on top of the deck. You do this by rotating your thumb forward, releasing with your thumb, and that packet will fall onto the deck. Your thumb then comes along the long edge and squares it up. You rotate your overhead hand downward, similar to like a Sybil cut, and you grab the packet that's held by the thumb and the index finger with the middle finger and the thumb of the other hand, just like a Sybil. You strip out that packet and bring it around. That packet you just brought around will then get dropped on top of the ring finger. So you curl in your ring finger, your middle finger bends, dropping that card on top. You slide your middle finger forward a little bit to grip that card better. Your pinky finger comes on top to clip the card. You then extend the clip outward and grip the rest of the deck with the thumb. The left hand turns up and you're ready for the wave portion. So the wave stage pretty much happens like this. You rotate your left hand down a little bit and then you alternate with your right hand. So this, you're just pretty much rotating your hands around a little bit in order to get the wave to happen. Imagine someone waving with two hands at the same time and you sort of got what it might look like. Now stop imagining it, because you realize that this looks way cooler when you do it with the cards. In contrast, this is what it looks like with the cards. Way cooler, guys. Once you're done with the wave portion, all that's left to do is close. To close, you tilt your deck hand face up, and you curl in that clipped packet on top of the deck. You grip that packet with the thumb, and remove your ring finger. The clipped packet in the other hand gets curled in, and as you're curling that packet in, you're going to tilt your hand forward. Then you're going to contact the short edge to the thumb. You're going to close everything else on top of the deck at this point. So this packet comes on top of the deck. This packet that's clipped gets on top of the deck, and you remove your fingers. From that point, all you have left is a packet between your thumb and your index finger, and then you perform Pickwick by Andreyy. I can't go into too much detail about this just because it is copyrighted, so I'm just going to show you the motions. You take this packet and flip it over on top of the thumb. Use the thumb to flip it over top of the index finger. Use your middle finger to rotate that packet, and then you tilt this portion of the deck up and slide that packet underneath. And that is Rolodex. And that was Rolodex. Just a couple other tips. With those clipped packets, try and keep them as small as possible so they're easier to control when you're doing that wave. Also try to use a not so new deck, because when you're doing the wave, if it's too new, those packets will be slipping out and it's a little bit more uncontrollable. Other than that, guys, hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much, and I will catch you later.